Hi, and welcome to my website. You might be wondering what the Stop, Feel, and Heal is all about, and if this is something you need, or if it's something you don't need. Well, let's start out with who doesn't need my book. All right, first of all, if you are a baby and you're watching this and you're, let's say, 6 months old to a year and a half, you do not need this book. Even if you're younger than 6 months old. If you're 3 months old, you do not need this book. Why not? Because you are already a master at your emotions. You express them, you feel them, you move through them. You're done. You're good. I know you never cry because 3 days ago you needed a diaper change. All right, so you are a master. So first group, don't need my book. Second group, 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds, you're still pretty good at going through your emotions, expressing. You're not so worried about looking embarrassed or stupid or not expressing yourself. So you'll just say whatever's hurting you and you'll move through your pain. And so if you're 5, you really don't need to be watching this video. If you're a teenager, teenagers could definitely use my book, but a lot of teenagers are in that I know everything stage and I don't want to deal with it. So you might not want my book. But if you are in your 20s, you could really, really use this book. Why? Well, first of all, you've lived enough of life to collect a lot of baggage along the way. You know what I'm talking about? The things that keep coming back over and over again that you don't seem to resolve because they keep going through your head or they keep coming up and you feel it. Remember those things? I know you're close to teenage years. That's the problem. So you had a lot of experience in your teenage years, like, maybe you got rejected or relationship stuff, or you didn't have dates, or you were embarrassed, or you didn't do that well in school, or you did too well in school and kids made fun of you, or you know what I'm talking about. A lot of emotions and a lot of pain and a lot of junk. And it wasn't really that acceptable just to do what babies do and cry in front of everybody and then have a tantrum and then you're done with it. So you probably have a lot of stuff coming up over and over. Not to mention, you're in your 20s, and that means you've still got to figure out life and what you're doing. Are you going to get married? Are you going to have kids? What are you going to do for a career? So a lot of emotions coming up. Plus, you're still young enough to be open to love and connecting with your heart and happiness. And hey, there might be a better way, a more effective way of doing that. So you're still open. 30s, yeah. 40s. Now 40s, you might be at that age where it's like, I'm probably as happy as I'll ever be. 50s, you've probably been through a few divorces and kind of numbed out in the heart a little bit. You don't want to feel too much, so you might be okay. 60s and 70s, you're probably like, I've tried everything and whatever. So basically, if you're in your 20s, this is probably for you. And if you're definitely a woman, you have more chances of liking this system. Why? Because women, you're in touch with your emotions. You feel your bodies. You are more open to expressing and feeling what's going on. And that's what the Stop, Feel, and Heal is really great for. If you're a guy like, I don't feel any emotions, I'm so detached from my body, all I do is think in my head all day, then this may not be right for you. So if you are a feeling person, no matter what age you are, except for those babies, you should have turned this off a while ago. But if you're a feeling person and you're open to going inward to find that happiness, that love, and all that beauty that you already have inside of you. But the baggage, the hurt, the resentments, the judgments, the pain kind of gets in that way, and you'd love to dissolve it. You'd love a technique to dissolve that pain and be happy, be joyful, be more present, be alive, self-expressed. Whenever emotion comes up, move through it effectively and efficiently. And if that sounds like you, if that sounds like the type of person you are, then this may be exactly right for you. And there's a workbook, there's the 10-week system, there's private sessions, there's a workshop, which is very fun. I use magic, I use comedy, I use a little bit of relaxation techniques. So it is a great way to learn the system. I also come to groups and do my presentations. So if you're part of an organization and you'd like me to come in, please contact me about that. So this is my workbook, Stop, Feel, and Heal Workbook, Technique to Dissolve Your Emotional Pain and Connect to the Love, Peace, and Happiness within you. Do you know why most people don't find happiness? It's because they're looking in all the wrong places. They keep looking for it out there. You know, oh, when I get rich, oh, when I get thinner, oh, when I get the next relationship, oh, when I get the bigger car, oh, when I own a house, then I'll be happy. Oh, when I'm married, when I have kids, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? We know people who are successful, they got everything, but what happens? There's always a next thing. It's like, well, I like this house, but you know, I wish I could have the neighbor's house because that's even nicer. So basically, go inward for the happiness and love, and then whatever your surroundings are, whether you're in an apartment or you're in a mansion, you can be happy no matter the circumstances. And it's actually fun to start going towards those goals because you're not, oh, I'll get there. I got to get there because I'll be happy then. Not necessarily. No guarantee, that's for sure. So be happy first. Then get the riches. Recap. This is my workbook. Stop, Feel, and Heal. Now, if you're a baby, you don't even need to read this part because this is not for you. You're like an emotional blank slate. You have mastered the emotions. Please remember how to do that. So in 20 years, you will not need this book. Teenagers, this could be great for you, but you might know everything by now. So you may not be ready for this yet. Your life could even be painful. You might be building up your baggage at this point. You might be a little frustrated with your life, but you might have to wait a few years. Now, if you're in your 20s, you've already gone through your teens, so you've already built up baggage. And if you want to learn a fantastic system for dissolving your emotional pain from the past and the pain in the future, so it doesn't have to become future baggage, and you can also use it to calm those fears, worries, and anxieties about your future, because you've got a lot of future coming up. And that way, every aspect of your life will be different because you now have a system, a technique to be emotionally free. If this is right for you, then guess what? I'm here to support you. Support you in having a magical life, being happier, finding that good heart within you, even if it's been crusted over, even if it's hard to get to, even if you're kind of scared to delve into that realm, because man, once you break through that layer of crusted over baggage, you will have the most beautiful, loving experience of yourself, of your heart. Your world will transform around you. Because you know, when you're around people who are happier and energetic and alive and present, It's contagious, and you want to be around that. So, book, system, workshop, I'm here for you. Let me know how I can help.